Hey guys, it is December the 1st, 2024, and I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and a wonderful week. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday this past week and got to spend time with their family and their loved ones. And I hope everybody remained sober and didn't have a really hard time staying sober over the holidays. I know these are the times that can be really tough. Just the holidays are a hard time to stay sober. You know, you've got it in your face everywhere you go. Every time you go to the store, there's alcohol displays everywhere. The commercials are just bananas right now. I mean, every time you turn the television on, there's an alcohol commercial. You know, everybody's trying to make money during the holiday season, especially the alcohol companies. I mean, they really press it during this time of the year. You know, they make it seem like you can't have a good time and spend time with your family and be happy. If you're not drinking alcohol. Sorry, that was my glucose monitor going off. My blood sugar's kind of low. It's been a rather busy day for me today, and I haven't really eaten anything. I'm trying to get all my I's dotted and my T's crossed before I have this procedure on Wednesday, which I'm going to get into here in just a second. But just a lot of stuff I'm trying to get done because I'm going to be kind of laid out for a few weeks after this, but sorry. It's one of the things that happens when the tips gets occluded. I start getting really bad problems with indigestion, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with the blood can't exit my stomach properly. It's the same symptoms every single time, and I'm going to talk about that here in just a second, what the symptoms are like when your tips does get occluded. But I think my last video that I did was last Monday, so it's been like a week since I've posted, and the reason is if for any of you guys that watched the video that I did on Monday, I was in shock, really, truly. And after that day, I've struggled, and not with drinking or anything like that. It's just been tough. When I got that news on Monday, I mean, it hit me like a 1,000-pound hammer. I mean, it smacked me, it blindsided me. I was absolutely not expecting that news. Like I said the other day, I went not this past Friday, but the Friday before, I went and had my CAT scans done at MUSC, and my virtual appointment with my interventional radiologist was on Monday morning at, I think, 8:40. And, usually my wife will stay home from work whenever I have a virtual appointment like that, something that's that important. But even she, she went to work that morning thinking everything was going to be A-okay. I mean, I just had my tips cleaned out, like 4 weeks ago. It was back in, I was in the hospital on my birthday. So that was October the 20th. So it was like October the 22nd or 23rd is when I had my procedure, and they cleaned it out. So a little bit over a month ago. And, I'm thinking they just cleaned it out, so I'm going to be fine. And I thought they were just, they wanted to just check it out real quick, make sure that the flow was okay. And then they were going to tell me, we'll see you again in another month. Because they did tell me when they cleaned it out this past time that my visits were going to be more frequent, that I was going to be having more CAT scans done more frequently because they needed to keep a close eye on my tips. And once again, I did not expect the news that I got on Monday. And when I got on the virtual with them, I actually spoke with his assistant first, and, she was all chippy and cheerful and asking me how I was doing, and I asked her how she was doing, and she said, I'm doing great, and all this stuff, and she was just in the greatest mood. And usually when they're about to give you bad news, you can just kind of tell. But, man, she did a great job of not acting like something was wrong before we had the conversation. And, she didn't even, She didn't lead into it. There was no, she didn't give me an appetizer. I mean, she went straight to the main course, and there wasn't a soup, a salad, bread, nothing. She just dropped the entree right in front of me and just went, "Your tips is occluded, and we're gonna have to do surgery." And my jaw hit the floor. I was in so much shock after I'd spoken to her. And then after I got off the virtual with her, my doctor called me from his cell phone, and we had a long conversation after that. And, we talked about how we were going to have to do surgery. And, they were talking about how they were going to have to schedule the surgery and how he wanted to have anesthesia there because the last time I didn't have anesthesia, they sedated me, and they were trying to heavily sedate me to get me to go to sleep. But I woke up an hour into it and I was awake for 5 hours of that surgery. It was a 6-hour-long surgery. And he did not seem, because I told him, he kept saying, if we're going to have to wait on anesthesia, so this is going to push your surgery back. And I told him, I said, well, what if I'm willing to do it without, anesthesia? I'm willing just to be sedated. And he said, well, if that's the case, that changes things. I said, well, I'm willing to do it without anesthesia. He said, okay, well, let me think about it. But I could tell by the conversation that he was not at all really wanting to do that. That was not something that he really was willing to do. I could just tell by the tone of his voice and the way that he was talking to me that he really did not want to do that. I could completely understand. I was flopping all over the table, and this is the same doctor who is my interventional radiologist and the one who performed. He was there when they placed the initial tips. Because I've had 2 TIPS procedures. The first one I had was a failure. They couldn't get through. And then the second one was placed, not this past summer, but the summer before in June. After I had the TIPS, it was about a year. And then it got clogged up again. Well, got clogged up. The tips got clogged. And now I'm back again with totally occluded tips. There are some... I forget what they're called, but veins that have grown on the outside that are allowing the blood to flow through. Without that, I don't think I'd be here talking with you guys right now. I thought that they weren't going to be able to have flow because there's a stent that's placed in there that's long. And I thought it was blocking those vessels, but I guess it's not. Once again, they basically told me right there that the tips was occluded. I was going to have surgery, and I was waiting to find out when the surgery was going to happen. And, I had to wait. I've been back and forth with them, and they finally told me, I can't remember what day last week it was that they told me when my procedure was going to be, but it's going to be on Wednesday. Of this coming week. December the 4th is going to be my procedure. I will be admitted to the hospital. I'll be staying. My mom and I are leaving Tuesday to go down there for surgery. I'll be spending the night in a hotel on Tuesday night. And then we have to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. on Wednesday for me to have my procedure. They were able to get anesthesia involved. So I will be put under for this procedure, which I'm really happy about that. And I won't, I'm not going to wake up. Hopefully I won't wake up in the middle of the procedure, but I doubt that I will. But they are going to be going in there, and they told me this is going to be a pretty intense procedure or surgery, that they are going to be using the balloon, to dilate my portal vein, and then they're going to be using a whole bunch of different tools to go in there and suck the clot out. Some other tool that they basically go in there and scrape the inside of it out with. I guess it looks like an umbrella almost that kind of pops open and then they kind of drag it through, I guess. But there's going to be a lot of things they're going to be doing. They're also placing another stent. And I'm pretty sure where they're going to do it is your portal vein splits off right before it gets to your liver. And I think they're going to place it in one of these places in the split. We really didn't go too deep into detail, and I'm sure they're going to explain more to me when I get to the hospital, but they told me that they're going to place another stent going up towards my head and towards my heart. And that's the only thing I could think that they would be placing that other stent. I do know that they're going to reline the tips again. I don't know how they do that and what the process is with that, but they told me they're going to be relining it with something. And the thing is, like my doctor said, there's really no explanation to why this happens other than it's just a foreign object that's in your body, and it's made out of metal, and stuff likes to stick. I mean, when I first went for my initial TIPS procedure, they explained that to me, that these do tend to get clogged up. It's normal, and it probably will, and that I probably will have to go back and have it cleaned out at some point. And, I took that like anything else with a grain of salt and thought, not me, like we always do. Just like I did with, cirrhosis. My whole life of drinking, I told myself that's not going to be me. That happens to other people. That happens to the old homeless guys. They're the ones that get cirrhosis, not guys that are in their, late 30s, early 40s. And I thought I was in the clear. I thought if I quit drinking before I turned 50, that I'd probably be okay. Well, I lied to myself, and I didn't do the research. I just didn't know, and I turned a blind eye to it. I did not want to know the truth, and I've never been the type of person, and I know I'm all over the place today, but I just really wanted to talk with you guys today about what's going on. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. My blood sugar stuff is just all over the place right now. It's super low. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know what's happening with me and what my plans are for the next few days as far as the channel and everything. And I really wanted to spend time with my family this week without any distractions. And not that YouTube's a distraction. I love doing this. This is my life now. And I absolutely love doing this channel. I love speaking to you guys. I have been lost all this week not being here. But I knew that if I did videos every single day, it was going to distract me away from my family. I can't just leave the comments just sitting there. I'm going to go through them. I read every single comment. If I don't reply to every single comment, I can guarantee you I have read your comment. You could ask me anything that you guys have said to me, and I promise you I could tell you what you said. I mean, I read every single one of the comments. So it's like the video that I did on Monday. There were over 300 comments. I just could not reply. And I'm not going to go in there and reply to one person and then skip somebody else and make people feel left out or something. So I just went through and just liked them all. But I did read every single one of the comments, and thank you so much to all the kind words that you guys said on the video on Monday. I really do appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. But, once again, I just really needed to make sure that I was home with my kids, spending time with them. They've been out of school since Tuesday. So I've been here with them, spending every single minute with my kids, my wife. I spent time with my parents. I spent time with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. I've been spending time with all of my family. We had Thanksgiving and all that good stuff too. So I've been spending all of my time, all of my free time with my kids, my family. Now I haven't been able to do a whole lot. My doctor told me to take it very easy, and I've just really just kind of chilled out with my kids. We've read a bunch of books together, played a bunch of video games, we've watched some movies. We've just been hanging out. I've played a lot of video games over the past week with my youngest son and my oldest son. They love playing video games. We've been playing that Star Wars game that's on PlayStation. I think it's like Frontier or something like that. I can't remember the name. But there's all kinds of different stuff you can do on there. You can have like battles against each other, and then you could play like campaign. And we've been doing a lot of that, playing video games. And we've played a bunch of Call of Duty as well. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Like I said, I just really wanted to make sure that I spent as much time with my family as possible. Because like I've told you guys, every single time that I end up going to the hospital, the biggest thing that I think about is the regret that I have that I didn't spend enough time with my wife and my kids. I'm always busy doing other things when I should have been doing more with them. And I didn't want to feel that when I went to the hospital this time. And I feel good about it this time going in. I feel like I've spent a really good amount of time with them. We've created some memories together, and I just feel comfortable going into this, knowing that I spent every minute with them that I possibly could. Hopefully this procedure goes well, and I come out of this and I get to go home. They told me that I'm going to be there for at least one night. Which I would imagine I'm probably going to be there for like 2, but we'll see. It just depends on how the procedure goes. If everything goes A-okay on Wednesday, I might be home Thursday night. Now, I won't get out of there early on Thursday. It'll be later on in the afternoon before I get discharged, because they're going to want to do blood work and all that kind of stuff, and I'll probably have to do another CAT scan before I leave. So if I do get out of there, I'm thinking that's probably going to be Friday morning before I get to come home, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But my plan for this week is that I am going to, I'm going to take you guys along with me for the ride. And I'll be talking to you guys about all kinds of stuff, but for the most part, I'm just going to take you guys along with me and let you see what this is like, what's going on. And I hope more than anything that by you guys coming along for the ride on this adventure that I'm about to go on, I don't know if you necessarily call it an adventure, but I'm hoping that by bringing you guys along with me that I might be able to deter somebody from picking up that bottle and unscrewing that cap or popping that cork or whatever it is, or whatever the substance is. I hope that I can maybe change your mind and make you think about it and you know, not do it. Because, guys, I'm so sorry about this. My blood sugar is so low. But like I said, I just want to make sure that you know, that I'm showing you guys what's going on and giving you guys the opportunity to see what's involved in this. It's not fun. It's scary. And, you know, I'm 45 years old, and this is the stuff that I'm dealing with. And I don't even know how many surgeries I've had this year, but more than I wanted to. I thought going into this year that everything was going to be A-okay, and it's not. Now, I had a really good summer. A really good summer. I went through the whole summer, didn't have to have any procedures, and I was really lucky that it happened. I got to spend a lot of time with my wife and my kids, and I'm really happy about what I got to do this summer. I shouldn't even be here right now. They told me back in 2022 that I wouldn't be here last holiday season, and it's been a year now. So I've lived a year past what they told me I should even be here. Every day for me is a blessing, and I'm so blessed, so happy. Every day I wake up in the morning, it's so exciting to have another day in front of me, and to have another day here to be able to talk to you guys. You guys are wonderful, and I can't tell you all how much I really do love each and every single one of you, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm sorry that I couldn't be here this past week, but I had to spend as much time with my family as possible, and I just really was not in the mood to do videos either. I was pretty down. I just didn't have it in me to motivate anybody. I was trying just to pick myself up. Because like I said, I was in so much shock. And after the initial shock set in, my whole day on Monday was just ruined. It really was. I was depressed all day that day. And then it started raining that afternoon, which added to the feeling. And then Tuesday, I had to get up that morning and go to my dentist. And it rained all day that day too. And it was a really rough couple of days at first. Because it rained, it was cold. It was depressing. I had that bad news on my shoulders, and I don't know. And then just now, just to show you what kind of luck I have, just now I walked out the front door to come down here to film today's video, and there's water coming up in my yard again, which there's something going up with my septic system again. And there's no way that I can get it addressed until I get back from Charleston. So I'm hoping that nothing backs up or anything while I'm, down there. I took a short little video of the water just to show you guys. There's obviously something going on. I think it's where the junction is, where the drain lines split in my front yard. There's two separate drain lines in my front yard for my septic system. And there's a split off where they... where one goes one way and one goes the other, and I think there might be something going on there at the split off. I would dig it up myself to see, but I can't right now. I can't exert that much physical labor right now. I run the chance of bursting a varices or something with the occlusion in the tips. Because there's blood's not flowing through my portal vein right now. It's flowing through those capillaries, those little veins that have grown on the outside. So there's very limited flow. I've basically not eaten this whole entire week. I've had to be very, very careful because when I do eat, it causes really, really, really bad stomach pains, and they last for a long time because when I eat, all the blood rushes into my stomach, and then there's nowhere for the blood to go. It can't escape out and go through my portal vein, so it just kind of sits there. And I've had a doctor explain this to me in the past, why I end up getting real bad stomach aches when my tips. And before, I had a blood clot through my portal vein. It was totally blocked off before, and I didn't have a tips in there. So this has been an ongoing problem for a couple of years. So I'm pretty used to dealing with this. Although when they told me the news, it's not like I was having a whole bunch of problems. I have stomach pain every single day, so that's not what I didn't think it was anything other than just my normal pancreatic problems. But when they told me that's what was going on, it all started kind of clicking, and I was like, okay, because the weekend before that, I was extremely tired. But I just chalked it up to, just being stressed out, not getting enough sleep. That's all I thought that it was. Because that weekend, not this past weekend, not the one that we're in, but last weekend, I just kind of hung out downstairs and sat on the couch with my son all day long, played video games with him for the most part that I can remember. Because I was so tired. I just felt so lethargic, and I slept a lot last weekend as well. And, here we are. She tells me what's going on, and it all just started adding up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why I felt so tired. That's why I felt so nauseous over the past couple of days. Another thing that I deal with too when my tips get occluded, and I'll just kind of go into this real quick, and then I'm going to end today's video. But what ends up happening, usually what I'll notice at first, and you could end up with a blood clot in your portal vein as well. It's pretty normal for it to happen, especially when you're having liver problems, pancreatic problems, all that kind of stuff, splenic issues. They can lead to blood clotting issues. And one of the first things I notice is how lethargic that I'm feeling. I'm so tired. I cannot get up. I sleep all day during the day. I just want to sleep. And that's not like me. I don't sleep during the day at all. I never take naps unless I'm not feeling well. Another thing too is the nausea. And I do start to throw up, which scares the ever-living you-know-what out of me because anytime I throw up, I end up throwing up blood. I always end up bursting of varices and start throwing up blood. And the next thing you know, I end up in the hospital getting blood transfusions, and it's a huge mess. And that's what scares me more than anything. They've had to go in there and put PICC lines in my chest because my blood pressure was so low. My heart rate was through the roof. I mean, it's any time that I burst of varices, it takes a bad situation and makes it 10 times worse. So I get extremely nauseated, start throwing up, extremely fatigued. I start getting really bad acid indigestion. I have a hard time swallowing. I don't know what that's about, but it's hard for me to swallow food. Anything that I go to eat, it takes a minute for the food to go down. I don't understand what that's about. I have a lot of acid coming back up into the back of my throat. And it causes me to kind of choke when that happens. There's something else too that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I get a lot of sloshing going around in my stomach. I think it initiates gastritis whenever I have occluded tips. My stomach's not digesting food well at all. And like yesterday, I was drinking a Sprite, and I had a Sprite that I was drinking all day yesterday. It was in a big cup. I was drinking the same Sprite all day long. I didn't drink a lot of fluids yesterday, and I've really been trying to keep my fluid amount low because I run a really high chance of getting ascites right now with my tips being occluded. The tips helps prevent the ascites, which has done a great job for me since I've had it installed. So I've been worried about getting ascites setting in. So I've been very careful about the amount of fluid I've been drinking, make sure that I'm not drinking over 2 liters. I've been actually keeping it down. I've probably been drinking about 1.5 liters fluid every day since I found out. But yesterday, like I said, I was sipping on a Sprite all day long. And towards later on in the afternoon, I went to get into the bed, and when I did, all this fluid was sloshing around in my belly. And I didn't do a lot of moving around yesterday, so I didn't really notice it. But then after I started moving around, I noticed that was going on. I started actually like trying to make it slosh around so I could see if that's really what was going on, and it was. And my wife was like 5 feet away from me, and she could hear the fluid in my belly sloshing around. And it was the same Sprite. I mean, maybe 20 ounces of Sprite that I've been sipping on all day long. It's not like I was just drinking tons of fluid, and just Sprite wasn't digesting. It was still sitting in my belly like that. So that's another thing that happens. And I'm sure it has to do with, like I said, that the blood's not able to leave the stomach, and it's causing gastritis to set in, and my stomach's just not digesting anything at the moment. But I have another issue with my blood sugars all over the place when this happens. Either usually it gets really high, but it can get really low too. But it'll kind of flip-flop. It'll be super low, and then it'll get super high. And I'm not eating anything. I haven't eaten anything at all today at all. And I haven't been eating in the past few days. All I've been doing is drinking protein shakes, really. That's it. And for that to happen, I mean, I don't know. It's just what goes on when I get, my tips gets clogged up, or I've got a clog in my portal vein. But anyway, like I said, guys, I'm going to take you guys along with me for the ride. I'm going to film while I go down there. I'm going to film when I get to the hotel. I'm just going to keep you guys along with me for the trip. I'm going to film when I get to the hospital that morning. I'm going to film as we go. I'm going to film when I'm in there getting ready. I'm going to film myself right before the procedure. I'm going to film myself when I wake up from the procedure. I'm going to tell you guys everything that's going on. I'm going to film myself while I'm in the hospital. I'm going to talk to you guys while I'm in there. I think I might actually even do a live while I'm in the hospital and just hang out with you guys for a little bit. We'll see how everything goes. Now, if I'm feeling really, really bad, of course I'm not. But if I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to do a live. And it'll probably be Thursday. But I'll post a community post and let you guys know. Or I'll talk about it in one of the videos. I doubt that I'll be able to do it on Wednesday just because I'm going to be in surgery all day and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably just post up a really short video on Wednesday and just, show you guys me going in, having surgery, and then waking up and, getting back to my room, and I'm going to let you guys know what they said and what happened and all that kind of stuff. And then probably Thursday, I'll do a live while I'm in the hospital and just hang out with you guys. It's rather boring when I'm in there, but that's what I'm going to try to do, at least, is do a live with you guys on Thursday and just hang out. And you guys can hang out with me while I'm in the hospital. And I'll take you guys on a ride on the way back home, just film a little bit, show you guys some of the scenery, and just talk to you guys on the way back. And let you guys know when I get back home. And hopefully this all goes well. And I can get back to normal life again. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm really scared. Really, really scared. I just didn't think this was going to happen. I don't want to get emotional right now. But I just wasn't expecting this. And it's just right before Christmas, and it's not that I care. If something happens to me, so be it. I'm just worried about my kids and my family. I don't want something to happen to them right before Christmas because they'll never forget it and I'll ruin their Christmas. And that's all I care about. I just don't want to ruin my kids' Christmas. So that's it, guys. This is not what I planned to do. Let's get emotional here at the end. But, it's one of those things. I'm not going to delete it or change it. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I hope that today's video, for any of you guys out there who are thinking about having a drink, I hope this deters you. You just don't want to end up in my shoes. You really don't. And like I said, it's avoidable if you stop. But just talk to a doctor first if that's what you're thinking about doing, because it can cause serious health problems if you don't. They might have to help you through it. So just speak to a doctor first. But stay sober out there today, guys. And I just want to let you all know that I love you guys. I really do. I've missed you guys so much. I really, really have. I just felt like I had to be here for my family this week, and I just didn't feel up to filming. I really didn't. My mind wasn't there. I've been in a really low place over the past week, but I'm feeling better now. I just had to get my mind right, and I'm doing much better. I spent a lot of time with my family, and I just feel better about it. And I know that everything's going to be okay. It's going to work out. And I'm going to continue to be here and continue to make videos each and every single day for you guys. So let's hope that this all works out. And I appreciate each and every single one of you, anybody who's prayed for me, you know, all the nice comments, all the encouraging words. I can't thank you guys enough. You know, it truly is a blessing to have so many people that are in my corner, that are rooting for me and that are praying for me. I can't tell you guys how amazing it makes me feel. But with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here for today so I can get back to hanging out with my wife and my kids. They got to go back to work and school tomorrow. And tomorrow's my last day here, and I won't see them again until I get back from the hospital, because I'll be leaving Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, I think, is when we're going to leave. I have to go see my therapist. I'm seeing a counselor, a therapist, on Tuesday. I start counseling now. And I'm hoping that that's going to help me with some stuff as well. I'm doing everything that I can to try to better myself. And I've got some things that I need to work out, and I'm hoping that talking with a therapist can help me through some of that stuff. But I'm trying to do each and every single thing that I can to better myself. You know, because if I can't take care of me, I can't take care of my wife, my kids, and help you guys. I've got to make sure that I'm the best version of myself that I can possibly be, and that's what I'm trying to do. And like I said, I go see a therapist on Tuesday, and as soon as I get done with that, we're going to be heading down to Charleston. So, guys, I'll be here tomorrow doing a video. My wife and my kids are going to be, like I said, back at work and school. So, I'll be here. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to reply to all of your comments. And we're just going to do this. We're just going to see how this works out and just play this out. But I will be here every single day for the rest of the week, unless something goes terribly wrong. But I plan on being here every day. You guys can count on me with that. And my word means something to me. It really does. So if I tell you I'm going to be here, I'll be here. I don't just say things and then don't follow up. So I do plan on being here each and every single day for the rest of the week. I'm going to bring you guys along with me for the ride, and we're going to do this together. And once again, thank you so much, each and every single one of you, for just being a part of my life and allowing me to be a part of yours. Because together we can be so strong. There's no reason for us to do this alone. We can do this together. We can stay sober together. And we can fight this battle together, and we can win. And with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. I love you guys so much. I really, really do. And I'm so sorry I had to be gone this week. I know I've taken off so much time over the past couple of months. I've had so much going on here. But I didn't ask for any of this stuff to happen. And trust me, I much rather would have been here every single day doing videos and not skipping out on this and dealing with all the stuff I've been dealing with. So I did take a little clip of that video of my water in the front yard. I'm going to show that to you guys. I'm going to add that to the video so you can check that out too. Like I said, it's just my luck. There's always something going wrong, but I think it's just karma coming back to bite me in my butt, just for all the stupid stuff I did back in the day. But it'll be okay, because I'm trying to live a better life now, and hopefully it'll all turn around soon. But guys, I love y'all, and I will see you all tomorrow. And if you do comment to the video, I will reply to you. And with that said, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. And that's it. Love y'all so much. And until tomorrow, I'll see y'all then. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye. And here it is, right before my procedure. I just saw this. I got water coming up for my septic again. I'm gonna have to get somebody up. It's always something.